So Slater and Furmanek into the semis. Talk to me about your emotion of both of those wins and how big is that for you? It's
absolutely awesome. It's such a tough road to come through the losers bracket. And so the biggest thing to me is when you can come through the top half and get in the semis and get that medal locked up, that's huge. And Logan is a kid who has worked for 4 years to get to this point. You know, and he medaled last year, and I think he wanted to prove a point this year that wasn't a fluke. That, hey man, I am a good wrestler, and in 4 years, that kid's never missed a practice. He's never missed a second of practice. Hard work pays off. And for a sophomore, Seth Furmanek, to come through, man, the sky is the limit for that kid. And this is the first time he's been at a state tournament as a wrestler, and to come through in a man's weight at 182 and to get to the semis, that's awesome stuff. I'm ecstatic for both those guys.
Yeah, and then outside those two, you know, you got a few more. Zach got to the semis, had a Grady Grease, very tough matchup. Ace had a tough matchup. Damon Pape, both of them had undefeated kids, but overall, you know, they battled, and you got 4 semis. And what are your overall thoughts of your team's effort today?
I thought today was great. You know, and I'm going to start from the top. Carson York went toe-to-toe with a kid from GI Northwest who kind of tore into him a little bit earlier in the year. And at one point in the time, late in the match, we were up on top in the riding position, only down by 3, a 6-3 match. You know, and so he came to wrestle today, and his draw was tough, but he didn't back away from competition. That's awesome. And you know, and Austin Barnes, you know, he had a tough draw too. And it's tough when you get down here as a senior and you have a tough draw. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to bounce back. He'll come back tomorrow. He'll get some wins for us, and I suspect he'll be ready to rock and roll Friday night. And then our big dogs up top, you know, we've already talked about Logan, obviously, and Seth, but Zach getting a win, Ace getting a win, that's huge. You know, getting to the quarterfinals is big, because now we're set up on the back half. So many points to be scored on the back half. So many medals to be scored on the back half. There's only 2 up top. There's 4 more medals down we can go get. And so we tell our kids, man, 1 match is nothing. And I expect a lot of our guys to come back through, make it to Friday night, be in contention to get themselves medals.